All right, so this is going to kind of be a gear episode where I will tell you all about the cool stuff that I have and what I use, but not a strong recommendation, yet a recommendation still. So here we go. All right, so to start off, I really like using, again, this is all stuff I bought with my money. Hey, off. This dog food pouch that I keep a bowl in, but I like the zipper top so I can run around. And, all right, you're already ready to go. All right, hold on, stay tuned. Stay.
Hey, so I know that
Okay, Bruce,
I mentioned that I would film part of this at home. Full transparency, we're in July at this point, and back when I filmed this hunt, it was January, and in that 7 months since then, I just haven't had the time. Of recent events, we have a new baby in our lives, and so getting to editing videos has been a bit of a challenge, but I did want to layer in the gear that I use, and you don't have to watch me talking the entire time. I'll be talking over this, but you'll be able to see cool hunt footage and probably one of the biggest flushes that I've ever seen as part of in my quail hunting journey here. And this is like Bruce's first season. I think the amount of birds flushing in this one just blew his mind. But anyway, let's get into the gear. Let's start dog back. And one of the things that I've been using this entire season with Bruce, and I'm not sure if I'll continue using it next season with him, depending on where we're hunting. If we're hunting with other hunters, I'll be using it with him. But if it gets, if it's a little warm still, I'll probably forego this thing. But this dog vest, man, is really cool. The reason I bought this is because it has a little bit of chest protection. I heard, some horror stories of dogs, going straight at something and impaling themselves like on a piece, like a dead tree or something similar. So I wanted some sort of chest protection for Bruce, and this worked out great. It's thick, it's like some sort of puncture resistant material, but with brambles and little prickly things, it also collects a lot of stuff in there. I like it though. Has a handle, bright orange. You can spot them from a mile away. Not that you can't spot them jumping around like a little kangaroo. Anyhow, I also use a Dogtra system, which comes with this like cool carrying case. But I went with the Dogtra system because I'm cheap, and this is what I could afford. So it comes with a GPS collar with this little whippy wire thing that hits you in the legs if your dog's running next to you versus like a stiffer antenna. But it also, it's GPS. There's stimulation built into it on a controller, and it pairs with your phone, which is interesting. I have an Apple Watch. I think there's a Google app for it too. This pairs with my phone, which pairs with this controller, which allows me to see and get alerts on my watch whenever something's happening. If Bruce was, not that he's pointing, but if he was pointing, it would show up on my phone as an alert. I can pull up a compass and see what direction he is and walk towards that direction if he ran far. But my dog doesn't run big, so it's not like a huge deal for me. This control is pretty much a single, outside of pairing stuff, with the phone app, you have a couple of different options when you use your device. You can do tone, you can do vibrate, you can do stimulation. But with this, it's pretty much the last thing that you've used pairs to this. So if you're on stimulation, this is on stimulation. If you use tone, this is on tone. I just keep it on stimulation because Bruce is a year old. My deal was stimulation for a return command. Outside of that, he pretty much has, free reign.
Birds.
Went with the doctor system. It was cheaper than, say, the comparable Garmin's, and frankly newer than the other stuff. And I believe this Dogtra version is the Pathfinder 2. That's what I have. Bruce runs close though, and it's something that I got as an overbuild, and I don't think that he would necessarily need the GPS features for this, but it is really nice to have and having that peace of mind. But Bruce, as a dog for me, he runs pretty tight. He doesn't go too far off, and he's pretty good at recall. I could do without the GPS. I like having GPS. And that's pretty much all the dog stuff. I made my own lanyard, got 10 loops on here. I made it out of paracord 550. You can buy the stuff anywhere, but I made myself a handle. It's 5 strands on each side, so 10 loops for a limit. I did it with paracord versus like a traditional leather one because if you didn't already know, I have a bit of a, obsession with being bushy, and there's always a use for paracord in a pinch. I've used paracord to build, a bow drill set for friction fire. You can, if you're in a pinch, you can take it apart, tie some sticks together. There's just a lot of different things that you could do with it. My best is the TK loop system. I went with the TK loop system because, frankly, I'm not rich on my 300 YouTube followers. So I went with this because it was in my budget. For me, it serves all the purposes I need. It has straps, it's a vest, there's a pocket for shells, there's a pocket for other things. It is line, so it's adjustable and it's line, meaning, it washes out real easily when I need to hose it out with all of the, dead birds and spiders that end up sitting in here, after a while, after sitting in the garage. It has an oversized pouch here for, first aid kit. And I usually keep a first aid kit in here, along with like handheld bolt cutters in case Bruce gets like tangled up in some barbed wire or fencing. I can keep that stuff in here, along with any other first aid, like, bleed stop or whatever. This vest has a net at the bottom that connects to the top here. What this allows me to do is put, shed layers, really, and keep them all, tidy instead of having to stuff them in the main pouch. I also have 2 oversized water bottles that tuck in nicely into these pockets. Gatorade bottles fit in here as well, but any squirt bottle, it's enough for a hunt. And then if I need extra water, I can throw them in the pouch because I have some space there. This kind of a vest pack is nicer than a backpack plus a hunting vest because you have all your orange, you have things, storage to carry your needs for the price. Like, it's pretty well built. It's overbuilt. It's sturdy. And as I mentioned, like, I'm not rich, 300 followers, like, I don't get paid a cent. But pants, I made my own. These are stitched by me. I used, what is it? Kevlar. I used a Kevlar sheet pad that I bought. And then I took jeans, an old set of gray jeans here that are comfortable, and sewed these panels on to my pants. They work great. I know these can get a little expensive, and these are Prana jeans. So for me, they work great. I feel like homemade gear is like one of those things that, as a hunter, you should be doing. You could buy all the things that you need, but there's something that I think, general outdoors people have innately built in them to want to make something themselves or make something from scratch. So those were a fun project for me. So that is kind of my gear assortment there. That's my system. So enjoy the rest of the video. There's a huge flush coming up, and it's certainly not to be missed.
Really good one. Sorry, dude. Dead bird! Dead bird, Bruce! Here, Bruce! Ah! Get away from my bird, falcon. Here, Bruce! Dead bird, buddy. Hey, dead bird. Find it. Good boy. Bring it here. Here. Hey, fetch. 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 Here. Bruce. Bruce. Fetch. Heel. Here. Heel. Give. 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 Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Gonna go find another one? I think we need to kick him up that way. Good boy. You want some water? Here. Good finding it. Next time you gotta bring it back to me. Man, 2 really good flushes. That was cool. I haven't had a lot of luck shooting distance with steel, so waiting for that bird to come close was a nice treat. But it's 2 big flushes. That's awesome. Excited about that, especially getting on video. With that, dude. Wonder if he knows the difference between scenting a quail and a Tweety bird at this point, because he seems to be less interested in big, he's still interested in big groups, which is kind of cool. That was a dove, dude. Should have shot. Good job. Good boy. Hey, Bruce. Good. Hey, Bruce, here. Here, Bruce. Here. Good. Where did them quail go, huh? Excited about something. One bird, plenty of shooting, sometimes at the ground just to get a shot off and have it timed right for Bruce to be be excited about the shooting because I want to keep that fun. But I think I just like shooting my shotgun more than I like hitting birds. So that's how we did today. Yep, it's all good. That's all we wrote. Let's get out of here, Bruce. So I'm trying to be better at just letting him do like cool dog stuff. A couple weeks ago, I was yelling at him because he's a puppy. But just kind of letting him do his thing. He always checks back and asks like, hey, what's up? It's doing good. All right. I think while we're here and friends, I use a CZ over-under. I like it very much. It was affordable and I wasn't trying to spend way more money than I should on a shotgun, but you know, in the future, I may. I like it. It takes down easy, similar to other over-unders. I really like this little carrying case guy. I would say that the shotgun type over-under auto pump aren't necessarily essentials. Oh, I like this thing a whole bunch too, but it's a barrel snake, so after shooting a bit I can just snake this guy through and pull out to the other side. Just a quick way to like get the, go this way. Just like a quick way to get, you know, the residue out of a barrel relatively quickly before cleaning it. I know that some people just don't clean their shotguns. I'm a bit more anal and will clean my shotgun pretty much after like every hunt, even if I'm hunting next week. Hey, here. But this will buy me time to, you know, clean it tonight, tomorrow, whenever. I'm only gonna go through some of this gear because I already feel like the wind noise in post editing right now. Earplugs. I like to use these earplugs. I have electronics. I don't like them because I can't figure out the direction when the flushes are when I have my electronic plugs in. And that to me is important, is being able to orient to the direction that a flush is happening, especially when you're kicking up singles, right? When I have my electronics in, I don't know if they're coming left, right, or center. And so while I paid for electronics earbuds, which work great, by the way, if you're like into that sort of thing, they weren't for me, so I'm just using lightweight earplugs. Hey, what are you doing? Here, drink some water.